What is up, everyone? This is the Jose Show. I hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. I surely am. It is the middle of the week, which means that it is hump day. Well, anywho, we have a lot of hot stories to cover on today's episode of the Jose Show, so now let's get started. All right, so now let's start off with Britney Spears. Britney Spears, as we all know, is finally out of the horrible conservatorship that she's been trapped in for the past 13 years. Well, apparently Britney Spears' lawyer has filed a petition asking the court to deny Lynne Spears, which happens to be Britney Spears' mom, request that the pop singer pay for the attorney fees she accumulated while trying to help free her daughter from her conservatorship. Well, according to legal documents obtained by ET, Britney's lawyer, Matthew Rosengart, argues that the singer should not have to pay for Lynne's $663,202 legal bill because, first and most, fundamentally, there is no legal authority supporting the petition. And also, Rosengart explains that the petition cites no authority at all to support the conclusion that a conservatorship estate can be held financially responsible for the attorney's fees of a third party like Lynne. Now, Lynne filed her petition back in November, and in the legal documents, she claimed that she hired the firm Jones Swanson, Huddle, and Garrison LLC in 2019 to see what they could do to get involved to help Britney free herself from what she saw was a very controlling existence and to achieve independence from her conservator father, Mi Spears. Well, as we all know, the conservatorship was terminated back in November after 13 years. Alrighty then, so this is what I think about the whole entire situation. I feel like Britney's lawyer has a point in filing this petition. And you know what? I feel like Britney's mom is not helping at all by trying to have Britney pay for attorney fees, because Britney Spears, she has already gone through so much already, having to deal with the fact that she was trapped in a conservatorship for 13 years from her own father. And she has already put up with so much criticism from a lot of haters out there, and also from her own family that didn't even support her to even get out of this conservatorship, you know? And I feel like her own mother, I don't even think she even tried enough to even get her own daughter out of the conservatorship. Because if she really did try to get her own daughter out of the conservatorship, her mom would have been like, you know what? I am going to hire more lawyers in order to actually get my daughter out of this hell of a situation that she's been put in. And also, I am going to see what I can do with the court as well. But instead, she just did one thing that really didn't turn out to be successful, and now she is asking her own daughter to pay attorney fees. That is just straight up whack in my opinion. And also, I feel like Britney, she needs to just live her life, you know, forget about all of this ridiculousness which just ended months ago, and live her life with her fiance and with her kids. You know, I feel like when it comes to a legal situation, and when it comes to everything, but especially in legal situations, the family needs to be there to support one another instead of tearing each other apart. You know, especially starting off with Lynne Spears. Now, Lynne Spears, she was definitely not helping at all, because she was just saying so many ridiculous things about Britney in her new book that not only did it make herself look bad, but also it just made Britney's life miserable. So that right there is just not good at all. But Lynne Spears, she really made herself look bad by saying so many bad things about her own sister in her own book. Now, another thing that I have to say about this is, since there is no legal authority supporting the petition, I feel like, why even pay for the attorney fees? You know, why even bother? You know, like when it comes to paying an attorney fee, there has to be a legal authority. There has to be someone legally behind the situation, you know? So And to me, that's just pretty sketchy right there. That's pretty suspicious right there, that there was no legal authority for the petition. It sounds to me like her own mom wants to rip her off. That's what it sounding like to me, especially for $663,000 right there. No. No, no, no. So, all I have to say is about this whole entire situation is this is all ridiculousness. This is all a ripoff. And this is just something that is a good example of what a family should not do, especially when it comes to being in tough situations like this. Do not rip off your own family, and do not try to take advantage of them, especially if they have a lot of money, like Britney Spears does, you know? Like, first it was her father that was trying to tear her apart and control her money and control everything about her. And now it's her mom that's trying to kind of do the same thing, but with the difference that she's just trying to get money from her out of an attorney fee. It's you know, it's kind of similar but kind of different in a way. But yet again, what her mom did was just horrible. So that's all I have to say about this. Alrighty then, so now from Britney Spears' situation with her mom to now more hot tea. Alright, so now let's talk about Kourtney Kardashian. Well, as we all know, Kourtney Kardashian got to elope this past Sunday after the Grammys in Las Vegas with Travis Barker. And apparently, Kourtney Kardashian got to share some pictures on her Instagram on her elope situation. Well, apparently, Kourtney treated her followers to a carousel of photos from the early morning ceremony. In the first photo, the 42-year-old mom of three holds a bouquet of roses as she and the 46-year-old drummer look into each other's eyes and smile as the Elvis Presley impersonator stands in the background. And in the following pics, Kourtney and Travis, who each wear similar black leather looks and dark sunglasses, pose for the camera during the ceremony. The drummer also shared the post on his Instagram stories, by the way. So, on Tuesday, just yesterday, I mean, as we all know, the news broke that the both of them got to elope. Well, this is pretty interesting, I mean, in my situation, that the both of them got to elope. But like I said in the last episode of this show, all I have to say is it could be nerve-wracking, and it could be pretty interesting just having to get married behind your own family's backs. That's all I have to say. But, I mean, congrats to the couple, though. I mean, now that they eloped and now that everyone knows about it, I mean, now, of course, they have no choice but to post pictures of themselves eloping on Instagram, you know? So, it is what it is. But congrats to the couple on their marriage, and I hope nothing but the best. And I wish nothing but the best for the couple and for their kids. All right, so now from that to now, which, by the way, the wedding was in Las Vegas at 2 a.m., which is why I said early morning, because the wedding was in Las Vegas at 2 in the morning, right after the Grammys. So it was like early Monday morning, but yeah, early Monday morning. So anywho, from that to now, Serena Williams. Well, Serena Williams details how she saved her own life during birth of Olympia. Well, apparently Serena Williams is taking her fans into the harrowing first moments after her daughter Olympia was born. In a personal essay adapted from Arrival Stories, women share their experiences of becoming mothers, an anthology collected by Amy Schumer and Christy Turlington Burns and shared with Elle, the 40-year-old superstar athlete opens up about how advocating for herself after giving birth saved her life. While describing the discovery of her pregnancy as her body having switched allegiances, Williams explains how her body before Olympia was dedicated to tennis, and since becoming a mother, the stakes of the game have shifted for me, according to Serena. Now, Serena says that her body belonged to tennis for so long and that she suffered every injury imaginable and that she knew her body. And then she also said that when she found out she was pregnant 2 days before the 2017 Australian Open, her body had already switched allegiances and its purpose as far as it was concerned, and was to grow and nurture the baby that seemingly materialized unplanned. So and then she also said that ever since she had her baby, the stakes of her game have shifted for her, and that she has 23 Grand Slams to her name, and more than any other active player, and winning is now a desire and not longer a need for her. So that's basically the stuff that she has been stating now that she has her own baby. Well, this is actually pretty interesting. This is pretty interesting. Okay, so this is what I have to say about Serena Williams' situation on her expressing on now her having a child and then the moment she had the child and the moment that she got pregnant. The moment that she was pregnant. I feel like when it comes to women being in a situation where they are, pregnant and they are in the process of, having a child, and of course after having a child, they become moms. I feel like when it comes to that, I feel like it's really difficult because women, not only is it just them giving birth to children, and not only is it them being pregnant, but it's also them having to deal with the fact that they are nurturing their child in their stomach, and they are also trying to take care of themselves and trying to take care of the child that's in them while they're pregnant, especially when it comes to being an athlete. I mean, you have to really be careful. I mean, you can't just go off and willy-nilly and exercise like nothing is happening with your body, And also, what I also have to say is when the woman ends up having the child, then there comes motherhood, there comes, the fact that, the woman has to be very dedicated to their child, because they're moms, and also because of course, children need the full attention of a parent, of two parents, but especially of the mom. And so it could be very difficult, for Serena to, focus on one thing while she's busy also focusing on another thing. She's an Olympian, but she's an athlete, but also she's a mom. So it's like pretty difficult right there for her to be in those two things in one in those two roles. It's really difficult for her. So it's like pretty interesting, and it's pretty difficult, but I really applaud to Serena Williams for actually handling and balancing that very well throughout these past few years that she's been having her child, because not any mom is able to balance the fact that they have a child and balance the fact that they also have a job, so it's pretty difficult. It's pretty a pretty intense process, an intense situation. So, anywho, I really think that Serena Williams is also a very strong woman and she's a very smart woman. And I feel like she is killing it as a mom. And I feel like her future as a mom, especially when her daughter grows up, she is going to be proud of her daughter and she's going to be like, you know what? I raised her. I balanced my time of my career with my time as being a mom. And man, I am so happy I was able to do that because of how awesome and how hardworking and how wonderful my daughter ended up turning out to be, you know? And maybe, who knows, maybe her daughter could end up being an athlete just like her, or maybe not. You know, we never know. But anywho, that's just my opinion on this whole entire thing. But yeah. So anywho, from Serena Williams to now more hot topics. So now from that to now, The Weeknd. Well, apparently The Weeknd and Swedish House Mafia are headlining Coachella after Kanye West backs out. Well, apparently the news just came out today that Coachella has locked down 2 new headliners today, apparently, The Weeknd and Swedish House Mafia are going to be replacing Kanye West as the headliners. And apparently, The Weeknd took to his Instagram to share the news about him being the new headliner along with Swedish House Mafia. And he is super happy, by the way, to be headlining. And also, the news just came out just 2 days after it was confirmed that West had pulled out of the music festival. So it wasn't even long ago when Kanye West decided to just, you know, stop headlining. And now we have the new news that we have new headliners. Now, apparently the organizers, they were pretty quick to figure out who to replace Kanye, because I mean, usually when it comes to stuff like this, I mean, it would take maybe weeks or months to actually figure out who's going to be replacing who in festivals like this, you know? So, but so far, the 44-year-old Grammy-winning musician has yet to speak out and share his reason for dropping out of the festival. So this is what I personally think. I think that the reason why Kanye West stepped out of the of headlining the Coachella Festival is because of all of the controversy that he's been going through, you know? A lot of people are going after him, but for a reason though, because Kanye needs mental help. He has been causing so much trouble on the internet, bothering Kim and Pete, posting harassing videos of Pete on his Instagram, and also that recent music video of Pete that I don't even want to talk about that he posted on his YouTube. And I mean, the list goes on how awful he has been. So I think that those are the reasons to why Kanye ended up pulling out of the festival. Another reason why I feel like he pulled out of the festival is because, probably in my personal opinion, he is also seeking for mental help. Because I heard recently that Kanye, well, Ye, confessed to Kim that he is gonna be seeking help. That's what I heard recently. So I think, with that being said, I think that, and also the fact that he's been causing so much controversy with his harassment statements and his harassment bullying towards Kim and Pete, are the reasons to why he decided to pull out of the festival. That's what I think. And honestly, I feel like Coachella is not going to be packed at all if this guy's going to be headlining, because of how many people I'm sure are already hating him because of what he has done. I mean, yes, of course, a lot of people are going to attend because a lot of good artists a lot of other good artists are going to be in the festival, you know, but it's not going to be as packed as expected if there's going to be a crazy guy like Kanye headlining the Coachella Festival. So that's just my take on that, really. And the fact that he won a Grammy on Sunday, I mean, not to be shady or anything, but I feel like he did not deserve that Grammy at all. Because, I mean, let's remember the time when he shared a video of himself peeing on a Grammy, which was completely disgusting. Which, by the way, thinking about that is already making me want to barf. And that was a huge disrespect to the Grammys. And yet the Grammy committee still has the guts to still recognize him even though he did that. Like, it's just so unfair. It's just so ridiculous, you know? So that's just wrong in so many levels. But anywho, I really am glad that he's getting replaced, and especially replaced by no other than The Weeknd and Swedish House Mafia, which, by the way, I think they are both phenomenal artists, and I think they're going to kill it on stage. All right, then. So, congrats to The Weeknd and Swedish House Mafia on their new gig. All right, so now from that to now, Rihanna. So, as we all know, Rihanna is pregnant. Well, apparently, Rihanna says that pregnancy has unlocked new levels of love for her mom in throwback birthday post. Well, apparently, Rihanna's got motherhood on the brain in the sweetest way, and just yesterday, the 34-year-old singer sent a special shout-out to her mom, Monica Braithwaite, on her Instagram page and opened up about how her pregnancy has given her a new appreciation for her mother. Well, this is what she got to say. She got to say, "Today is my queen's birthday. Being on the verge of motherhood unlocked new levels of love and respect I have for my mommy in a way that I could never explain. She's the true MVP, and I want to give her her flowers every second I can. Love you, moms. Happy birthday. We gonna celebrate on the link up." End quote. Well, apparently, the Fenty Beauty founder announced she is expecting her first child with boyfriend A$AP Rocky. She announced it back in January. And apparently, I can definitely tell how excited she's been ever since then. So, you know what? I feel like Rihanna, she is going to be a very good mom. I feel it from the bottom of my heart that she is going to be a very good mom, because I feel like she was raised so well by her mom, you know, and that her mom raised a beautiful, intelligent, wonderful, talented woman like Rihanna. And now that Rihanna, you know, is going to be a mom, she is going to pass that over to her daughter. You know, she's going to pass that intelligence and that talent to her daughter, you know. And I'm pretty sure that her daughter is going to be even proud of her own mom because of how intelligent and wonderful she is, you know. And I'm pretty sure that her daughter is going to maybe end up being a musician just like Rihanna in the next several years. Who knows? You know, and I think that would be a really good thing, because I feel like there is nothing as beautiful as to see that your own daughter or your own son gets to inherit the talent from you know, from you as the parent, you know. But if Rihanna's daughter does not decide to have the same career as her mom, then that's perfectly fine, because when it comes to children, I mean, they have their own opinions, they have their own decisions with what they want to do with their own career. So it's perfectly fine with me. I mean, it's perfectly fine with anyone, you know. Especially for Rihanna, I'm pretty sure that, you know, she could choose her own path as for her own career. So But anywho, I am happy for Rihanna, and I cannot wait for Rihanna to welcome her first child because, like I said, I know that she is going to be an excellent mom. That's for sure. All right, so now from Rihanna to now, more hot tea. So now let's talk about the Camila Cabello. All right, so Camila Cabello is getting through heartbreak and inspiration behind her new album. Camila is basically dancing away the pain and celebrating new music with her new album. And her new album is going to be called Familia. And it'll be her first album to be released since her split from Shawn Mendes. Well, her latest single, Bam Bam, featuring Ed Sheeran, says, Así es la vida, sí, which translates to, that's life, yeah. That's exactly what inspired the new tune. Well, this is what she got to say. She got to say, I started writing this song with my collaborators a few months back, and we had this chorus idea about what it's been like in my late teens and early 20s, falling in and out of love and ups and downs of that. And then she also got to say that, also reminding herself that her mom told her many times that that's life. And she also got to say, you're on the ground crying on the bathroom floor, and then you'll have feelings for another person again, and you'll be crying on the bathroom floor again. And that is the cycle of change. Things just change. You never know what's around the corner. So that's what basically Camila's mom told Camila, according to Camila. Now, helping Cabello on the track is Sheeran, whom she has worked with before. And apparently, when Camila sent the song to Ed Sheeran, he said that he loved it. And that he would definitely want to work on this song with her. And it was just, awesome for her to just, experience that reaction, of course. And apparently, Cabello's third studio album is due out in 2 days, which is on April 8th, this Friday. So, anywho, that's the deets that I have for you guys on Camila as of now. So this is what I think. I feel like Camila Cabello, she is young. She is only 25 years old. She has a huge life ahead of her. She will find herself another man that will love her and appreciate her, and that will maybe and hopefully marry her. And another thing that I have to say is Camila is very talented. She's very beautiful. What man would not want to date her, And I mean, even if she didn't even have a man, here's the thing. She doesn't need a man to be successful in life, okay? She can be successful on her own. Having a relationship is literally part of your happiness in life. Yes, I have to admit it. It's the truth. But at the same time, it is not the main part of your happiness, So I feel like Camila should not see it that way. And I feel like, what? I mean, yes, it is pretty hurtful just having to look back at the fact that she was with Shawn and that she had a good time with Shawn because of the good times that they had, and also because Shawn is a very handsome guy. And he's also very talented. But we also have to admit the fact that time goes by, and we also have to just admit that we need to let go of what was done in the past and focus in the present and focus on the future, regardless of how beautiful the past was, especially with the person that you were with. And also, there's no need to also let that sink in with you for the rest of your life. I mean, you have to you need to let that go eventually, regardless of how awful the heartbreak was, and how much the breakup was. So, That's what I personally think. But I can already imagine that Camila Cabello is going to slay it in this new album, you know, because I mean, as much as heartbreaks, I mean, are just horrible, and as much as we have to let go of heartbreaks, I can already imagine that this heartbreak is it literally motivated Camila to, you know, make this album very creative and very good and very deep and very honest. And it really helped Camila find new heights with her new music, you know? Because, I mean, in life, let's be real here. I mean, bad things could happen to us, but sometimes we could turn those bad things into good things. And I think that's what Camila is basically doing here, is that she's turning bad things into good things with this new album that she's about to release. So that's my whole entire point of it all here with Camila Cabello. But anywho, congrats to Camila on the new release of her new album, which is going to be coming out soon this Friday, so please do not miss out, especially to all you Camila Cabello fans. So anywho, that is it for today's show, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of the Jose Show. I'll have more hot tea for you guys in the next episode, of course, and also please follow me on social media. It is literally well appreciated. Till next time, peace.